Good morning, believers. Good morning, Israel. It's your brother, J.D. Najah, Word of Truth from Chile, Bolsa Chica State Beach. 42 degrees this morning. I remember when I was that age, did you see that kid ride by? He's like 15 years old and has no problem riding around with no shoes. He's getting ready to go surf. It's like an ice cube out here. So, you probably... I put this cap, it's not as hot. So, I've been sick. Sick. So I got up. I couldn't lay in bed anymore. I got up and I went and got some coffee and came down to the beach. I'm probably going to go back and lay down. I couldn't stand being in the house anymore, laying around. I think I might have got, don't mind my voice. I'll try not to mess it up. But anyhow, I think I might have dehydrated myself. It's what it felt like. Really bad headache, pain in my legs, a little bit of congestion, but man, I'm not a good sick person. But anyhow, so forgive me if I'm a little off today, or a lot off. Supposed to be at work. Sometimes you just can't make it. So, we're going into Book of Acts. And we're in chapter 10. And we're just studying Cornelius. These cult leaders over there at GMS. Some of you may know what I'm talking about. We got a new subscriber, Justin. Thanks, buddy, for joining us. I would have... I'm going to have to write down your name. I'll pull it up. I'm going to pull it up after this video, and then when I come back, I'll put you in the list of family in my Bible here. So we know that these black Hebrew Israelites are trying to usurp the truth of the Bible. And it's really interesting because I think they really believe the bullshit that they're saying. Which is kind of hard to believe if, I don't know, they're a strange mix of know something and Probably not a good idea to go to work, huh? Probably shouldn't even be out of the house. Ugh. I'm a mess. Ugh. I am a mess. Let me grab a hat. Ugh. Ugh. Better. So anyway, they try to say Cornelius. They try and say a lot of shit. I can't even keep up with their stupidity anymore. But anyway, we learned in the last lesson that Cornelius was actually, I didn't know this. He was the first anointed Gentile ever. He was the first anointed Gentile. He was the first Gentile ever saved. So I don't know what GMS, I don't know what these guys are doing. They're blowing my mind. They're fucking weird. But anyhow, I'm not going to get upset about that. So now we're going to go into some other stuff that they have all wrong. Black Hebrew Israelism. Just disgusting. Just downright disgusting. And sure, everyone can have their own interpretation, but there's a point where you have to read it. You can't just wander off in the weeds and go, no, it means this. Dumb fuckers, man. So anyway, we're going to go into chapter 10, verse 9, Peter's trance in vision. This is where the Lord tells Peter, what I make clean, where does it say it? What I make clean, no man can call dirty. For I have never eaten anything common or unclean. And the voice spoke unto him again the second time, when God has cleansed, that call not thou common. And that's how we know, Tony Williams, Street Ministers for Christ, you're another knucklehead. He's more worried about aliens in Miami than he is about the Bible. When I start seeing aliens, then we'll talk about it. I don't see aliens. If they're telling me there's aliens all the way across the country, angels, fallen angels are walking around the mall. Yeah, they are. That's not the only place they're walking around. So, when the Lord, that's red letter, what God has cleansed, that call not thou common. We'll read through it and I'll give you the breakdown. It's not difficult. You don't have to be a Bible scholar to understand this stuff. Verse 9, on the morrow, as they went on their journey and drew nigh, this is after they left Cornelius. So let's take everything in context, right? This part of the Bible is like a story. The Acts of the Apostles, it kind of fits together. A lot of the Bible does. You got to read it in context of where you're at, time frame, peoples. But in this part, it really condenses because it's really talking about how the men of the Lord interpret, like I do, or like anyone can interpret what Jesus is saying. And of course, he spoke in parables, and people with only one brain cell, can't figure it out, the parables, because they're too stupid. But anyhow, I'm going to try not to get wound up because I don't need it. I don't feel that fucking good anyway, so. They went on their journey. So this is right after the first Gentile gets saved. Keep these things in mind, people, when you're reading the Bible. I think that's why the Lord's having me go through Acts, is to show you how these things follow. It's a pattern. It'll always tell you the next step in what you're seeing. So what we're seeing now is Peter, who was the apostle to the Jews, he needs to be slapped around a little bit, and the Lord's going, dude, let me show you something. Sorry I'm such a dick, but I'm surprised that we're still listening to people talk nonsense about this stuff. And they drew nigh unto the city. Peter went up upon the housetop to pray about the 6th hour. That was noon. And he became very hungry and would have eaten, but while they made ready, he fell into a trance. You guys see me sometimes trance out. When the Spirit comes upon me, I won't go into it, but I've seen some pretty crazy stuff being in spiritual trances. And he saw heaven open, verse 11, and a certain vessel descending unto him, as it had been a great sheet, knit at the four corners and let down to the earth. Kind of reminds me of what I was talking about yesterday, these dark spirits that were like sheets. I'm going to try not to. There's nothing there that I need to think about, so we don't need to think about that. I just wanted to bring that to your attention. Knit at the four corners. What's it say? So the 6th hour was noontime. Bound at the four corners. So there was like a it was like a sheet that was tied up at the top full of stuff, right? It was like a knapsack. Verse 12, wherein were all manner of four-footed beasts of the earth, and wild beasts, and creeping things, and fowls of the air. So, this is another example. If you have any kind of spiritual reality to your mind, you can put it together and go, four corners, knit together. Everything is held up by whatever God holds it up by. We're all here floating in the waters. It's a sheet, a flat sheet that's, he can bind it up, and everything's inside this snow globe or whatever we're in. It's not a spinning wet ball rocket flying through space. That's not what it is. It was let down. It was let down. It wasn't spun out. It wasn't a curveball. It was let down. It just came down. Wherein were all manner of four-footed beasts, creeping things, and fowls of the air. Verse 13, and there came a voice to him, rise, Peter, kill and eat. Red letter, the blood speaking. Rise, Peter, kill, and eat. Kill. Tony Williams, are we going to keel? Are we going to keel it? Can we keel it? I don't know how we came up with so many versions of English. The word is kill, isn't it? Kill, not keel. Keel. But Peter said, no, not so, Lord, for I have never eaten anything that is common or unclean. So what's he saying? Everything that I've eaten has been sacrificed in the temple. It's been kosher. It's been under the law. Everything I eat is under the law. Everything I eat is lawful, like these black Hebrew Ignorites. You can't eat a ham. You can't eat bacon. You can't eat shellfish. Yeah, lobster, that's gross. Blah, 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 blah. I don't think I should go to work, huh? I don't think I should either. Maybe tomorrow. Pretty shitty. Pretty shitty. And the voice spoke unto him again the second time, what God has cleansed, that call not thou common. That was done 3 times, and the vessel was received up again into heaven. Now while Peter doubted in himself what the vision which he had seen should mean, behold, the men who were sent from Cornelius had made inquiry of Simon's house and stood before the gate, and called and asked whether Simon, which was surnamed Peter, was lodged there. Peter, Peter, pumpkin eater, come out. Cornelius, the first anointed, saved Gentile, has sent to us Romans of the Italian band to come talk to you. And while Peter thought on the vision, the Spirit said unto him, behold, 3 men seek thee. Ooh, that reminds me of my baptism. Arise therefore and get thee down and go with them, doubting nothing, for I have sent them. So this is another example of, I've gone into this study a long time ago, the sent study. I will send them. They were sent by me. Let it be known that if you're really an apostle, really a prophet, really a man of the Lord, you don't speak of yourself. You speak of being sent by someone. Someone's in charge. My Lord is in charge of me. So I'm sent to do this. And you can look at me any way you want. You can even kill me if you want, but you're going to have to answer for that. Because when I tell you I was sent, and I have the ring, and I have the staff, and you can't recognize that that's the staff of authority, then that's going to be your issue, not mine. So be careful when either when you're sent to do something, take it seriously, like I am. Let me see what I got. Oh, fuck. Man, I am whacked out. Can't even grab the phone without, yeah. My baby Snow got me sick. It's worth it. I love being with her. I told her, I got your ick, and she said, oh, I'm so sorry, honey. I said, it's all right. It's all worth it, baby. I love being with you. Arise, therefore, and get thee down and go with them, doubting nothing, for I have sent them. Don't doubt. Don't doubt that I'm here for you, folks. There's no turning here. Then Peter went down to the men that were sent unto him from Cornelius. So what's happening now? All of a sudden, now a Gentile, the first anointed Gentile, is going to Peter going, he's going to tell him something about, bro, that Jew shit is over. That fucking Israelite fucking hierarchy bullshit that you've been riding on, GMS, you fuckers. You guys are fucking niggas, man. GMS, check them out. Fucking smart ass fucking niggas that don't know shit. They're trying to draw people into the pit. Awful, wicked cult bullshit. So you get in the flow of it. Now Cornelius is sending men. He didn't even go himself. He sent men to go talk to Peter. Why? Because the Gentiles are going to have power, Gabar, you idiot. The churches are our friends, Gabar, Tahar, you fucking wicked motherfuckers, man. I'm so sick of you dicks. Sorry. I'm so sorry, family. Man, these guys, I don't know how they do it. It's gotta be a bot. They can't be real. It's too beyond all reality for them to be saying the nonsensical shit they're saying if they would read the Bible. See, we read the Bible. We don't just pull out a fucking precept. Let's pull out a precept and prove something that's complete nonsense. Let's do that. Let's pull up a precept that will make you believe something that fucking makes no sense at all. We read the Bible. Here, on this channel, we read the Bible. Behold, and Peter went down to the man which were sent unto him from Cornelius and said, Behold, I am he who you seek. What is the cause, therefore, that you have come? And they said, Cornelius, the centurion, a just man, and one that feareth God, and of good report among all the nation of the Jews, was warned from God by a holy angel to send for thee into his house, and to hear words from you. So what's Peter do? He believes because what did the Lord just tell him? Don't doubt. Don't doubt. Let's see what it says. While Peter had a vision, the Spirit said unto him, Behold, 3 men seek thee. Arise and go, doubting nothing, for I have sent them. These are the things that we have to look at and go, can I trust this person? Is there a spirit? Do I trust the Spirit? Do you trust the Spirit? Do you trust me as your spiritual guide in the Bible? A man sent from Jesus? Do you believe that? You can't have any doubt if you're going to do it. You got to ride with me, because if you're not with me, you're against me. If you're against me, you're in trouble. Just saying. Then called he them in and lodged them, and on the morrow Peter went away with them, and a certain brethren from Joppa accompanied him. And the morrow after they entered into Caesarea, and Cornelius waited for them, and had called together his kinsmen and near friends. And as Peter was coming in, Cornelius met him and fell down at his feet and worshipped him. I feel like fuck. I'm glad I didn't try and go mow. That would have been a mess. So what happened? Peter went to go see him. And Cornelius went, damn, this is the dude. This is the dude. Who is he? Why did he know he's the dude? Because he's David. He's King David. Cornelius could feel it in the spirit. He's like, this is him? Whoa. Peter probably walked in. You know what I'm saying, folks? It's going to happen more and more in these last days. Let me see what I got. And then I'll come back. We'll look some more at this interesting story about the Gentile and the Jew. The first saved Gentile and the leader of the Jews, King David. Cool shit, right? But anyway, what I'm proposing is that if there are angels walking around in Miami. And there's angels walking around here in Huntington Beach. And there's angels. There's spiritual beings coming around. When things... These guys have to stop right here, right? They have to. Look. There's no one... There's a whole beach. There's a whole trail. Beat it. You're going to start being able to tell the difference. And I think that's why these guys are trying so hard to make themselves into something right now. Because the devil's going to help them, continue to help them. And the blind people are going to be drawn to these GMS wicked dark spirits, these dark black spirits. But then on the other hand, there's going to be people like me that recognize who I am, and they're going to be drawn to me, they're going to be drawn to the light. And so we're probably going to see a big split as time goes forward. Spirits will recognize spirits, and some of these wicked fuckers, man, they're not going to be able to stand. Anyway, JD Niger, Word of Truth, I'll be back. We'll do another one. Then I'm going to go home and get in the jacuzzi for a little while, rest my body, drink a bunch of fluids, and stop looking, dude. Stop. I'll be back. JD Niger, Word of Truth, I'm out.